Y-Class were a fleet of 060 steam tender locomotives that ran on the Victorian railways. They were an example of the new policy of standard design principles being adopted by the railway at the time. The first member of the class, Y121, was built by Kitson & Co. in Leeds of England. It went on display alongside E426 Tasmania at the Melbourne Centennial Exhibition at the Royal Exhibition Building in Melbourne. Following the exhibition, another 30 locomotives of this type were built by a Phoenix foundry at Ballarat between 1888 and 1899. They were big engines for their time. In fact, they are the largest and most powerful 060s to run in Australia. The class had excellent performance and were appreciated by crews. They were often seen on suburban passenger runs prior to electrification, finishing their working lives as yard shunters. One of the locomotives, Y109, originally Y413, was decommissioned on the 23rd of December, 1954. The frames and wheels of the locomotive were sold to a plaster mill, who rebuilt it into a diesel mechanical locomotive. Today, 3 Y-Class locomotives survived into preservation. Y108 was the last Y-Class in service, having spent the last years of its career as a shunter at North Melbourne. It was decommissioned in 1963 and was moved to the Newport Railway Museum, where it currently resides as a static exhibit. Y112 was decommissioned in 1961 and was preserved outside of the Ballarat railway station. It was purchased by the Ballarat Historical Society and was leased to Steam Rail Victoria, who restored it to operational condition. It returned to service in 1996 and operates occasional rail tours. And finally, Y109 was acquired by Steam Rail Victoria in the 1980s and moved to Ballarat, where parts of it were used in the restoration of Y112. It was then acquired by the Australian Railway Historical Society and was donated to the Middle Pioneer Park in 2008, where it was given a cosmetic restoration. It currently resides there today on display.